this is Joanne from Rose's Creations. I am going to do a box opening today. Sorry for my appearance, but I just woke up and I'm kind of not having a good week. So I told you guys that I'm gonna do things whether or not I feel good or not. So this is me kind of not feeling good, but let's do this anyways because I'm really excited. I waited about a week and they told me it was gonna get delivered yesterday and it wasn't, and so now today it finally got delivered, so here I am opening it. So I figured you might enjoy this. I did buy the LEVO. Let me turn around a little bit and just go back here. I'm going to do it here because I know you're going to get a better view than if I did it on my counter. Excuse the mess because we're still remodeling and still trying to replace and put things back where they belong. So I opened up the top a little bit already just so you didn't have to watch that. And then first thing I got was a bag, I guess, so to put my LEVO stuff in. That might be handy. If not, I can use it for something else. Kind of cool. It has drawstrings. So probably a little gift from them, I would assume. Normally I don't stuff things on a floor, but I'm gonna do that. I did get a new, a second pod. So that's my second pod. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Let me just put this on the floor and then I'll pull things up as I get it. Okay, so the pod. I'll show you what the pod looks like. Might as well, and I'll probably come even closer. I probably should do it. You know what, I'm gonna do it here and then I'll do it when it's closer so you can see it. My hands are small, so my hands probably won't be a good reference. So let me get a regular coffee mug. I have a giant coffee mug. Let me get a normal size coffee mug so you can get an idea. So that's a normal size coffee mug and that's what that is. I will show you what it holds later on. This is what you put on the bottom of it. In order to keep the marijuana or the herbs, any herbs from being heated up too much. And then this is the cover. Simple and goes on pretty easy. And then this is the magnetic strip. I will show you all this closer later when I open up. I think I have another one, so I'll open up and then be able to put it on there. So that's my extra pod. And then I did buy the trays. I'm going to do a couple of videos because I'm going to do one of opening up and then I'm going to do one of putting the stuff in it. And then I'll do a separate one of the gummy bears I'm going to be making, and I'm going to be doing some different kinds of, so this is the ice tray thing, so that way when I do the can of butter I can do the individual amounts in there. Not quite sure, makes 10, easy to remove, ml candies per tray. Okay, so that was the ice tray, which I did order. I'm calling it an ice tray. So we want to make the butter cubes, and let me see what it says. Makes 1.5 ounces cubes, and stores up to 2 cups total. 2 cups. Okay. So that'll be for the butter, a can of butter, and anything that gets hard. So the can of oil, even I can even use it for my can of oil that is made in coconut oil. I'll show you what I do with that anyway. That's something new. And then I did buy the little, and they come with covers. And I did buy the Jello gummy beer. It might be an easier way to open this, but oh well. This is how this closer up so I can show you. Okay, so they both came with the droppers, and then they have the trays. The trays, they're a little bit small, but I don't see any problem using the droppers in there. They do say they suck. I do have one that is from Whitman, which looks like to be the same dropper, which I haven't had a problem with, so I don't know, maybe I will. But I did buy this also, so this dispenses actually exactly amount into the container, and it's a kid's syringe for medicine, and it has a little top so you can measure exactly how much. So this, I wanted this just so this way when I do fill it, I'll know exactly how much is in the container if it didn't tell me, because I wasn't sure if it was going to tell me or not. And they have covers, so that's kind of cool. And then I have my own, so even if I don't like that tray later on and I want to use these, or if I want to do a different kind of medicated, non-medicated, or stronger ones, I can do stronger ones in here. So that's going to work there. The butter one, which I'm calling a butter one, is this one here. Good size cubes, probably about 2 inches, 2 fingers wide. 1, 2, 3. So, that's pretty deep. And like I said, cover. Droppers, that is the same dropper it looks like to me. Sorry, this is my own. I wouldn't normally use my mouth to do any of this if I was doing it for somebody else, but this is my own right now, and then it'll go in the dishwasher before I end up doing anything for anybody else. This is the same dropper as that. I don't see any different. Oh, actually I lied. It's got a little bigger hole at the end, so maybe it will not be as good. But I will check out both of them. There's no reason why I shouldn't check out both of them and see what the heck they like better. The holes on the little icy cube on the gummy bear ones are definitely a little bit small. It might not be the easiest to get out, but we'll see. We'll see how that works, because I am going to use it. I might try both trays just to see which one I like better. And then it gives me a little recipe, a gummy recipe. And that's if I use the LEVO. Oh no, regular gummy recipe. Well, I might try their recipe later on, but right now I have everything already done up for my recipe. So that's what I'm going to be using. And then I have this. This is a press. So this is what I use. And this I bought separately. I'll give you prices later. I think it was like, for some reason I was thinking it was $20. It's like $20 for the gummy trays and I'll give you prices later. Anyways, this is a press, so that way when the herb is in here and you want to press it down, you can put one on one side, one on the other side, press it down and make sure you're getting everything out of it, all the extraction out of it, and then you put the cover back on, and then you're good. I've watched videos on this, so I got the gist of it, but actually I'll just put it over there for right now because I'm going to be opening up a whole nother thing of it. Now comes the LEVO. So upside down, just to get it out of my box. And then I'll flip it. Okay, so got a good amount tape on it, that's for sure. And I should have had people guess on what color I got, but they probably would have figured it out if they know my color to my kitchen. And I was kind of tossed up if I should go plain old black, and I really like the red. But yeah, I picked this color. So Dennis is probably not gonna like it because it clashes big time probably, but I think it's a cool color. So the blue it was. I even thought of the pink, but I'm not a pink girl, so I wear pink sometimes, but I'm definitely not a pink person. So there's an app in here I'm supposed to be able to use, so I'm going to do that. There's also a warranty, and I'm going to put all that stuff right there for now and read the instructions later because, like I said, I did look at the video. And take this out of the box. Spot for it opened up, and I think it's even big enough. It might not be, but I'm hoping it is. Okay, open it up, press and hold whenever removing replacement reservoir, place and hold ink. Now removing and replacing the reservoir. Okay, so that's the little dot. I'll show you later. There is a button over here that you push. So here's the pod that came with, which is the same deal as that one, as the innards. Oh, and then this is the little pot that goes down in the bottom, magnetic for mixing when it does get infused. This machine does decarb. Cannabis also, when you're doing regular herbs, you do not have to decarb. The only time you have to decarb is when you're using cannabis. So that is in order to activate the THC in the cannabis in order for it to get infused into oils and stuff. When you do oils in a crock pot, you don't have to do the decarb. You can, but you don't have to do the decarb because the crock pot method, it's put into heat and it's heated up for 3 days, 2 days minimum, that I do minimum, 3 or 4 days sometimes. So you don't have to decarb because it's doing a decarb. If you're making brownies, you don't have to also, because when you're doing the brownies, you're putting it in the oven. When you put it in the oven, it's getting heated up so that it's getting the decarb done while it's doing the cooking. It is better though to do the decarb, I believe, in order to get it, the decarb process in order to get it so that it's where it's going to be the maximum efficiency. So this little button gets pulled out in order for you to pull a reservoir out. Because you have to pull a reservoir out in order to clean it. And then it has a little rubber hose here. Let me just see if I can pull closer now. Oh, there we go. I should have did it from here before, but I was thinking that was too close. So that's the little rubber hose that goes down into a little hole. Let's see if it's easy to put it in there as it is to take it out. Not bad. I think once I get used to it a little bit better, it'll be good. And, okay, so, excuse me. Plug is all in here. So if you want to take it and put it away somewhere else, you'll be able to take it and put it away. I'm hoping that this will reach my outlet over there, and that way I can just do this right from here and I don't even have to fits around with Yes, it will. Okay, I'm gonna do it right from here because this way I can set up the camera there and then that. I think I need a new island though, 'cause this thing's ugly. You gotta paint this one better, but we'll see. I'm supposed to have an app in order to be able to do this remotely. Some people say that it works, some people say it don't work, so that might be something that this isn't going to be done. All right, so power button. Maybe it needs to be closed. I would think not, but okay. So let me put this so you can see it. Either move the camera this way or let me move the camera a little bit. Excuse me, I haven't had my morning coffee yet. I'm so excited. I wanted to get this started. I'm so excited that I measured the cannabis already in order to infuse it. And I didn't mix the oil low, but okay, so, oops, that's right. Push down and then pull up. I did watch the videos, but here I am thinking. Okay, so now you're supposed to be able to cycle through. Like I said, I haven't read any of the directions yet or anything. I just want to kind of, so, dry. This is if you wanted to put herbs in there and you want to dry the herbs before you do it, because you can put herbs that are fresh in here, make it go through a dry cycle so it'll dry, and then you can go to the next cycle, which is activate. So that's the cycle I'm going to want now, because I am going to decarb some cannabis in order to get it ready to do the next phase, which will be the infused phase. And the infused phase will be the one that actually takes the oil, put the oil in there, and it'll make the activate and make the cannabis get infused, the THC and the CBD get infused into the oil. And then that's dry again. This is to make it so that it pours the fluid down into here, which is going to be a cup. And they told me on videos to make sure that when any of you have whenever we put any kind of wet stuff, so it'll probably be a cup underneath there, a mason jar. I'll probably have a mason jar underneath there at all times, but anytime you put any liquid in there, just in case you mess up and you keep this open or it leaks or whatever, I definitely want to have a container underneath it, is what I was told. And then when you do the infusing, you can change the temperatures. It automatically has a temperature of its own, but you can change the temperatures if you want. There is guides on YouTube already. One guide that I had already gotten off of my phone. I will have to write down the name of it, but it's an app where it just, if you put the oil in or the honey or whatever you're infusing on one side, and then on the other side you put how much cannabis you're going to infuse into it, or how much herb at all, herb quantity and what herb. So it's pretty neat. So it does it for lavender, it does it for basil, it does it for all sorts of different other things too. I will be infusing other things other than just cannabis. I'm not doing just cannabis because I grow my own herbs. So when I grow all my own herbs, I want to be able to infuse them at the same time. So what I'm gonna end up doing is, that's why I got the 2 pods, and then I will probably end up getting a 3rd pod, and I'm kind of hoping that, I don't know if it's gonna fit in there, but I'm kind of hoping that it will, because if I can put 3 pods in here, I will infuse a smaller amount of oil. I think, oh nope, I think it's only gonna be 2. So what I'll end up doing is doing a smaller portion, smaller amount of oil in order to be able to get 2 pods in there. One is going to be with cannabis most of the time, and then one of it is going to be with just plain herbs. Because I don't want to double infuse anything. I'm trying not to do that. I might even do stronger batches of the cannabis and then do strong batches of the herbs and then mix them together in order to do what I want to do. And most of that will be for my private use, not because of anybody, for anybody else. I will be doing straight just cannabis or straight just herbs in order for other people in order to do that. I think I might be even offering to do to infuse some oil for other people. I think that's a good idea, maybe to get they give me the cannabis, they give me the oil, or I can even add the oil in, whatever it is, kind of oil in, and we strike up some kind of a deal. So I get paid for the infusion process. And then this is a little metal piece. So when you're done, so as far as I'm told, and watch the videos, you take this, put the cannabis in here, put that in there, with the cover in it, of course, this way, and this piece stays out. So I'll probably put that there for home because it's magnetic, and I'll just leave it right there so I don't lose the darn thing. So then that gets decarbed, and then we'll go to the next step, which will be to do the actual infusion. So let's might as well just, I'm gonna actually do the starting of the decarb because I don't think it's gonna be that hard. And so I do have, so what you do is take a cup, excuse me, well that smells really good. Okay, so then I have my little scale. So what I did, I should be able to finish this up pretty quick. So I have my scale, and I already pre-measured this, so I'm not gonna measure this, but what I did is I ended up having I had the jar, so I had the stuff in the jar. Let me see how much fits in there, and then I'll be able to show you the other one. So, gotta make sure this thing is in right, because it wants to flop down. Like when I jiggled it a little bit, it was moving around here and there. And now it's upside down. Okay, so it's right. So now what I want to do is take this and put this in here without spilling it, and I don't really have anything that's going to do that, so I just got to hope that I get it in here all. So I did break it up. Some of it's still buds. So break it up, measure it. And then put it in there. So I am going to somehow where my hair is gonna know. 7 grams does fit in there. Well, that's a pretty good amount. This is 7 grams. So 7 grams it is. I'm not pushing it down to like pack it, but I did put it down to get it even. So that's 7 grams. I think I could get more in there. Let me see how much more I can get in there. I'm curious now. Although I kind of want to do the 7 grams. I think I could get probably another 3.5 grams in there. So it'd be another 1/8. So I could probably do, I don't know, like 3/8 of cannabis in there. I kind of don't want to, only because I wanted to let it get infused. So I don't think I'll use more than that. I think 7 grams is definitely a good amount. So it's, where you can see the shadow. So the shadow shows right where my finger, top finger is on the top there. So that's where it is, as far as there. And then put the cover on. And because I have two, I'm gonna decarb both of them at the same time, because there's no sense in me having to decarb one and then decarb the other later on in order to make another batch, because I'm making two batches. And this one's definitely not broken up. So like I said, what I did is I did this. I took this, put this on here, and then you'll put the scale on. Once you put the scale on, it's on 0. Then take the cannabis, drop it in there. And a muzzle, I didn't. Nice and sticky still. This is not fresh cannabis that I had gotten. This is the end of the cannabis that I had, so I'm gonna have to get more. But pretty good. And what I'm going to do is do stronger batches right now and see what happens, because I can always weaken it later on by just adding more oil if I feel that I need to weaken it. In the gummy beers though, I'm not going to be able to do that, because obviously once it's done, it's done. But I really think I'm going to be able to handle a whole gummy bear. As far as my math is, it's going to be 2 grams. It's going to be 2 mgs, 2 milligrams of THC in there. So I don't think that's a dangerous amount. That's not a bad amount for me. I have been doing this about 10 years now. So when I first started, it was going to be, see, this one's a little bit, that one was a little bit more crunched up and less buds. It was ground up a little bit more, because I had some of it was already pre-ground in order to do joints. But seeing as I got this, I'm gonna do this. All right, so this is the difference between the one and the other. Is one is I ground it up a lot more, which I probably should do this on this one, and I might. But this one actually fills it, so I might do that. I should probably do that. So I have a couple of grinders that I use, so I'm gonna probably just gonna go over what time that I wanted to do. But I have a couple of grinders that I use, so I'm going to go and grab one of the grinders that I use. Really quick, and then that way I can get this. Oh, I still have my mushroom attachment to it. Put it in here. I always have trouble doing this. And then grind it. I'm gonna put it back in there, and then it'll probably be, it's gonna be pretty close to the done amount that I have in here already. This thing's magnetic, but if not, if it's dirty, I got some of the cannabis on it. There we go. So it sits on the side. I am going to grind this off, but I want to do the settings quick. So this, I will cancel it and restart it over again when I'm off. But cycle, dry, activate, and then you just hit the start button, which is this button here. Oops. It turned it off on me. Choose a cycle. Dry. Activate. There we go. Warming up. Now, this is why I was going to do this a separate one. I probably still will do it a separate one. I'm just kind of showing you quick how to do it. Because what I'll do is I'll put the cannabis in this one, and then I'll put both of them in there, and then I'll do another video. Oh, you can't even really see it, huh? Should I move it? Okay. I will do another video really quick after this, once I get this stuff ground so I can put it in the container better. And so warming up, I'm told it takes a while to warm up. I actually saw a video and it did take a while to warm up. In the comments or stuff, I will tell you how long it takes to warm up and the whole process ends up getting done. Being new to this, I can't really tell you unless I saw it on somebody else's video, and I kind of want to do it on my own, so that way you know that it's first knowledge. Through me. So this is going to be mixed with, I was going to do 2 cups, but I think I'm only going to do 1 cup. And one is going to be done with MCT oil, which I bought. MCT oil, because I want to do strong gummy bears. And then the other one is going to be done with, I'm probably going to try the honey. I haven't figured it out yet. I might just do more MCT because I have a good amount of honey. But I kind of want two different things to see what they are, what the difference is. So, we'll see what happens. I might do more of this only because I can do less in a recipe and then actually enjoy it. But I kind of wanted to do it strong for the gummies. So I might do it. I'm debating. I don't know yet. You know what? By the time it comes, that's when I'll have decided what the heck I'm going to do. So, I might do them both in MCT oil just to see if one is for 1 cup, one is 2 cups, and see how like much stronger and darker one is than the other. Especially because it's the same weed, same cannabis, same everything, all, you know, from the same place. Don't remember the name of it. Actually, I don't think I was even given the name of this one. So that's probably why I don't know the name of it. I'm guessing because average of what cannabis is, even though this was a professional grower who does it for the compassion centers. So I would believe it's higher than what I'm guessing, but I'm gonna guess 17% THC is my guess. I don't have a thing to measure it with, and you know, one of those little machines to measure it with. I did spend a good amount on this. It's $400 for this. So I am going to wait a little bit and then be able to hopefully afford to be able to get, oops, sorry, I'm off screen. So I'm going to wait a little bit in order to be able to afford the other machine, but I do want to be able to test the THC levels so that way I know what they are when I give it to someone. After I've infused them. Right now, it's guesswork unless I know what, for this one batch, it's going to be guesswork. When somebody hands me some of the cannabis in order for me to infuse, it'll be less of a guesswork because I will have the name of the actual cannabis, and when I have the actual name, and when I have the name of the cannabis, I can look up what the THC and CBD properties of that is. So, coconut oil is the first one I'm going to do it with because I want to do the gummies. And so we'll see. I'll probably be doing, I probably decided I'm going to do a 2-ounce batch first. maybe 1.5 ounce. I might do 1.5 cup. If I do 1.5 cup, then it'll be in the middle of doing strong and not too strong, like too strong, and see what happens there. And then later on I can calculate how much THC are in each of the gummy bears, because once I get them poured out. So that'll be another video. So thanks for watching. Just in case you wanted to know what the little grinding machine I use is, one of those little blenders, frozen drink blenders, and it's an Elite, because I had gotten it from Foxwoods. It was one of those free gifts. But then another name that you can use is the Bullet, I would believe. I like this. I've used it for like, I don't know, probably like 5 years now at least. So it's worked well. I use it to grind up mushrooms. I use it to grind up the herb. I also do use it for my frozen drinks. I'm very happy with it. So here is my pretty LEVO. And I'll get back to you as soon as this is done. Thank you for watching, and have a great day, and I will see you soon. Have a good day. Bye.